Okay, so today's video is going to be about building community abroad, and yeah, let's just talk about it. So when I first moved abroad, I thought like everybody's just going to be just my best of friends. We're all just going to have just this great time because I was interacting with people prior to moving abroad, but once you actually get in the midst of everything, I can say that I use that word friend very loosely, way too loosely, when I first moved abroad, because everybody is just not your friend. Some people have agendas. Some people just don't have good intentions. Some people are like takers. So whatever they can get from you, then that's that's going to be their goal. So I'm not here to cause any fear, to dissuade you about any of your plans or anything like that. I'm just telling you about the lessons that I've learned from moving abroad and giving you some tips so you can watch out for certain things, and hopefully none of these things will apply to you, but just letting you know what to look out for along the way. Okay? So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you keep watching because that's what we're going to talk about today. And for those of this is your first time here, hey, I'm Mary, and my channel is all about empowering, supporting, and encouraging women to live their best lives. And we're all into, at this particular stage, reclaiming our lives so we can create, design, and live the life that we were meant to live. So that could be moving abroad, that could be staying in the States, that could be starting over, that could be taking care of your health, could be getting healthier. Whatever it is, whatever you need to do to reclaim your life, then that's what we're talking about here. All right? And I also have a community, Reclaim Your Life community, that you can join. It's only $9 a month, where other women are in this community together. We're helping each other get through this particular stage of your life. If you are, say, you're thinking about moving to another country, then we are talking about all the things you need to do to make that happen. If you are in the planning stages, then we're going to help you walk through it and get you on the right track. If you are, leaving a marriage or breaking up in a relationship or just starting a new job and just need some support from other like-minded women, then this is the community for you. Click the link, Reclaim Your Life community. All right, so let's get on the topic, building community. So I have lots of experience building community. Let me go back a little bit. Prior to coming to Panama, during COVID, I built a community on Facebook for seasoned ladies. Not going to give you the whole title because I don't want you to go join it because it's going to be archived soon. But it's over 3,000 women in that community. And we had book clubs. We had not international, but national book club authors. We had the author Mary Monroe, because she could not do book club tours. So she would send me a bunch of books and we would send them out, and we would have live Zoom book clubs with this great author, New York Times bestselling author Mary Monroe. So we did all kinds of stuff. We did cooking classes. We had businesses that gave promotional items in turn to advertise in the group. And we had so many community things going on in the group during COVID. So it was a great time to build a community on Facebook. Well, fast forward, decided to move to Panama. And once I got here, I did all the things that I tell you guys to do, to join the Facebook groups before you get to the country, to start interacting with people, so you will kind of like start building them some community before you get there. Very excited. Once I got here, the warm welcome that I was receiving prior to getting here was not the one that I got uh, when I got here in person, it was like a lukewarm welcome. So I was like, okay, but didn't take it personal. But anyway, I was a part of like, there's so many different expat groups in Panama. I was a part of all the groups and all the WhatsApp, trying to meet women, trying to, just find somebody to go to lunch with. And there was another Facebook group for women in Panama that I joined, and they didn't really have a lot of stuff going on there. So I was like, gee, I'm just looking for somebody to go to lunch with. So, and it wasn't anything going on in the other communities. They were all geared towards like relocation tours and stuff like that. And I was not trying to sell anything, just wanted someone to hang out with and do stuff with. So I created Black Women Expats in Panama, which is still going very strong. The community was created just for women that were either visiting in Panama or living in Panama, who wanted to basically hang out once you got there, share resources, so that if somebody was trying to move, we can tell you what we've learned, so your transition will be a whole lot easier. Nobody was selling anything. No, it was not a relocation group, basically just a social group. That's all. And we had a ton of activities. We did monthly rooftop meetups. We did well watching. We did beach trips. We just did all kinds of stuff. Happy hours, luncheons, Christmas parties, holiday parties, Valentine's Day party. I mean, the group was like really jumping. And it was created with just maybe 10 women at a lunch for a Mother's Day lunch. And it just grew, all by word of mouth. So now the group is over 6,200 strong, 6,000 women that are in this group. And these are women that are visiting Panama, women that are wanting to know, what about this? How do you find this? And it's just right now a resource group. We're no longer hosting events because I have since moved to Portugal, and my other admins are all out here busy living their best lives. So we're no longer hosting, but women are coming to Panama. Hey, I'm going to be here on this date. And they're joining a community and they're hooking up and meeting each other. So it's a very interactive, very easygoing, flowing community. We keep all the drama out. It started off with just an ideal, and now it's just growing resource. And we became extremely popular in Panama because we were also going to the restaurant, spending money, and we were like the group in Panama. Now, we're also not associated with any other groups in Panama, solely independently run. We're not associated with any other groups. And we don't advertise in any other groups. And because we don't allow advertising in our group either, because nobody is in other groups promoting us. It's all word of mouth. So we just mind our business and keep to ourselves. But in connection with that, in my maybe first year of running the group, because it became very popular, unfortunately, I became like, I don't want to say a target, but other groups in Panama, there was no, let's just say that other groups in Panama, I don't know what reason. I don't really know the reason. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to say about something that I don't know for sure. But let me just say, this is what I do know for sure. I'm just going to say this. I was kicked out of the other groups. I was kicked out of WhatsApp groups. I was blocked on Facebook. So, yeah. I thought we were all, not one big happy family, but, everybody, there's room for everybody. I was in no competition because, like I said, my group was just social, wasn't doing tours, nothing like that. No competition at all. Just looking for women to we were just doing our thing, socializing, becoming very well known in Panama. And I was kicked out for, I don't know, no reason, nothing that I had done. At least nobody told me what I did. So, yeah, kicked out. And when it happened, actually, I was a little shocked. I was like, whoa, wait a second. But then, unfortunately, I wasn't surprised because, things were starting to change. And I was the new person in the country, the new person in Panama. And here I am with one of the most popular groups, fast-growing groups. So even though our numbers were not the biggest, okay, but the group was very popular and everybody was talking about it. So people wanted to be connected to it, but I guess not connected to me, I guess, and not wanting to give us any credit, just kind of wanted to just, I guess, benefit from the group. I don't know. But anyway, so from that point on, not only my other admin was kicked out as well, we said, okay, we just gonna stay in our lane. We've always stayed in our lane, and we're still just staying in our lane. So there's lots of tours, lots of people that are selling tours in Panama. Everybody has a relocation company right now. And I think they're all competing with each other. I don't know. I don't live there anymore, but there was a lot of competition, a lot of backbiting, a lot of friendships, collabs that were falling apart in Panama, all kinds of nonsense that was going on. So, like I said, I just stayed in my lane. Didn't go left, didn't go right, just stayed in our lane. And that's how we've always been. And that's how we're still going strong. So in the meantime, because, I'm like a giver, okay, so we're hosting all the time. I'm meeting people. People are coming to town. And I used to meet people individually or maybe a couple of people, but I had to stop that. I had to stop because people's expectations were just getting out of hand. People were expecting me to not only meet with them, but basically be like their entire tour guide or plan their entire itinerary. And I thought we were just meeting for lunch or coffee, but they'd come with a whole list of questions or they started sending me messages, and it was just becoming just way too much. So it was like they were not really trying to get to know me as a person. It was like, okay, I have access to her. She has this information. I'm going to have lunch with her and get everything I can get out of her. And I would never hear from these people again. So I had to set boundaries and started saying no. You are invited to come to our group. We're having a group happy hour. I can't meet you for coffee, but come to our group happy hour. And I had to set those boundaries because I'm only one person. I can't meet everybody that comes to Panama. Plus, I also have a YouTube channel, which is very informative. I have an entire playlist called the Ultimate Relocation Playlist. It has all kinds of stuff about relocation, no matter where you are at in the world. So that's something that people can also watch. But once I set some boundaries, lost some so-called friends, which they were not really friends, some associates. Some people just immediately stopped speaking. One lady wanted to meet for coffee. This was after I set the boundary, and I said, hey, no, I can't do that, but you're invited to come to our happy hour next week. And she came to the happy hour, and at the table, she, when I was going around, hosting, introducing myself, making sure everybody was okay, she said, oh yeah, I'm the one that you wouldn't meet with for coffee. And so I said, very nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here today. And I said, I'm just one person. I can't meet everybody, but I'm so glad you're here. Well, you could have met with me. I mean, just like gave me like major attitude. And I was like, okay, we're doing this in front of everybody. So actually I was safe because another lady was like, well, you're here now. What is the problem? She's only one person. She can't meet all of us. I mean, come on. I mean, we're having all a good time. And so that was my key to kind of like get out of there. I just said, nice to meet you. And I just left. But she had just major attitude. So I think it's a combination of stuff. I think sometimes when you're on social media, people think they know you or they're entitled to meet you. I don't know. It's just weird. I have no expectations from anybody. But I had to like just cut that out all the time. I mean, just now if you came to an event, right? And we happen to get along and exchange numbers, that's a whole nother thing because that's an authentic connection. But these, let me meet you and let me pick your brain. I need, just meeting you just for whatever they can get from you. Nah. So be careful with people that want to attach themselves to you very fast. They're like instantly your friend. They're your bestie just like that. Be careful. I got burnt. I'm going to say I got burnt because I literally thought this person was my friend. I mean, we spent a lot of time together. We did a lot of things together. And because I'm very resourceful and I am a giver, if I know something and I see that it can benefit you, I'm going to share it with you. That's just how I am. And that's what I do on my YouTube channel. That's what I continue to do in my Facebook groups. And that's what I'm doing right now in my Reclaim Your Life community. I'm sharing what I know. So if you don't want to watch a whole bunch of videos all the time and try to piece all this stuff together, come join my private community. It's only $9 a month. And we are going to, whatever we need to do to put your life back together, reclaim your life, help you, whatever you need to do, come over there and do it. All right. So, yeah, I got pretty burnt. And this person, after they got like all the resources, help them set up their apartment, help them pick out a location to live, help them. I mean, it was just like a whole list of give them a handyman, whatever resource I had, they had it. And one little thing that didn't even make sense, I was dropped just like that. And the reason was just like, oh, I want to take some time for myself. I don't know, some crazy reason. And that was like, and I was just like, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. That's my reminder to wind down. So let me get through this video. So I was just like, I just can't. I cannot. At this stage in my life, I have to have low maintenance friendships. If it's too hard, if you're tripping and I don't know what the problem is, if you aren't mature enough to talk to me about it, I'm out. Listen, I know I'm not for everybody, just like you're not for everybody. You have to be yourself. Somebody had this saying, be yourself and your people will find you. You don't have to be anybody else. Avoid these cliques, because just like there's cliques in the States, there's cliques abroad, okay? And don't get yourself like so caught up into like all this expat gossip and stuff that happens. Don't do it, because just like they gossiping about this person over here, as soon as you leave, you're going to be the next subject that they're going to be gossiping about. So stay out of that. I mean, if you came abroad to be involved in all that nonsense, and I guess you're involved in that in the States and you're fine, I don't like drama. I don't like nonsense. I don't like all that. So on one hand, I am a social person where I like to get out and socialize, okay? But I can't have that every day. I only have a small core group that I do other stuff with. I might be hosting an event like today. I just started hosting events here in Porto. Had a group of 10 ladies for lunch. We had a fabulous time. Do I want to do that every day? Absolutely not. Are there probably ladies in that group that I probably do some other stuff with? Probably will. But as of right now, I am in a new country and I am like building relationships slowly and more on an authentic level. I want things to happen more naturally. I'm not joining any big expat groups or nothing like that. I'm forming my own little lane here. So those are some of the warnings. How long I've been talking? Oh my gosh, 20 minutes. Oh yeah, we talked about, I'm looking at my little notes. We talked about fast friendships, talk about gossips. Oh, and also energy drainers. Met this lady, and oh my gosh, everything out of her mouth was negative. And so I kept trying to overcome the negative, and then I realized I couldn't. And so I said to her, there's nothing I can say. I have no advice for you. She says, what do you mean? I said, no matter what I say, you're going to find something negative about it. So then I said to her, I don't think you're ready to move abroad. I think you need to stay exactly where you are. Because no matter where you are, you're going to be unhappy, and you're going to complain, and you're going to find something negative to say about it. And she was like shocked. And I was like, I have nothing else to say. And matter of fact, I ended the lunch early because I was like, she was like, those people that are like a dump trucks, they dump all the negative and all the whatever on you and you just like left with it. Nah, I wasn't sitting around for that. So don't let someone set your boundaries. If you're talking to someone and you feel so drained afterwards, after every conversation, nah, you gotta set boundaries and limit your time. You gotta be busy. If you ain't strong enough to say no, just say, oh, I'm not available right now, whatever. If you're not strong enough to tell them they need to go maybe get a therapist or be more positive, then make yourself not available. Don't be around negative people all the time because it's just an energy drainer. We talked about clicks. And so let's talk about things that you can do. Find, other things in common. If you do go to a group event, introduce yourself to somebody. Listen to what people are saying. Sometimes I just kind of like sit back and listen and kind of listen to other conversation. If something kind of resonates with me or, that sounds interesting, then I might go talk to that person. So feel your way around. Don't just be jumping in head first. Because I think sometimes a lot of people, when they come abroad, they end up just like jumping in, right? Overextending themselves, being all stressed out. Because I don't sign up for this. I'm going here. I'm going there. And you're just as tired, stressed, and drained, because you're out here trying to meet everybody and trying to be everywhere. You don't have to do that. And you end up socializing with people that you wouldn't even socialize with, that you have nothing in common with. And I'm not saying that doesn't work sometimes, but find your tribe. Let it happen authentically and don't try to make it happen. All right? What else? Oh, and also diversify your circle. You don't have to go to every expat event. There's a lot of local things that are going on too. Mingle with some locals. Have different, I'm still building my community here, but when I was in Panama, I had maybe 4 different sets of friendships. And not all of them got together at one time. I had different relationships over here. So Whatever your balance is, whatever works for you, then you have to do that. But just don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Don't let your kindness be, for weakness. Set those boundaries if you need to. Take your time meeting people. Build your relationships authentically. Don't force something. And listen. Oh, I almost forgot this. Listen to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel around that person. If that person comes around and I don't know, if your hair stands up or whatever, you're feeling icky inside, oh my gosh, pay attention to that. Don't ignore those feelings. Your gut is always right. Whenever I go against my gut, and I seldom go against my gut, but the few times that I have, should have listened. So listen to your gut. Those instincts is whatever your belief is, God's way of talking to you, that little voice inside, whatever it is, listen to it. It's there to protect you. It's not going to steer you wrong. So everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't going to be your friend. And you don't even want everybody to be your friend. You don't. So I'm just telling you to protect your peace. Set your boundaries. Take your time. Fill people out and meet people authentically. And don't let nobody take advantage of you. Don't let nobody use your kindness for weakness. Don't be paying for everything either. Just because you have it, that don't mean you need to be so generous with everybody. Stop that. And if you are in some sort of associateship, I'm going to call it associateship instead of a friendship, because you're just now getting to know somebody, don't be the one paying all the time. You should be in a friendship or whatever where, hey, if you paid this time, they paid that time. You paid that time. I'm not saying you got to keep track, but it has to be give and take. If you're the one setting up all the lunch dates or dinner dates or drink dates or whatever, you're the one that's always initiating all the communication, initiating all the texts and emails. Not texts, well, not emails, but texts. If it's always you, nah, that person ain't really trying to spend no time with you. They just, going out because you're paying. Don't be paying for. There was a girl in Panama that she kind of like attached herself to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, sweetest girl. But she was very clingy, and she was in this, I'm not going to call it a friendship, associateship, where she was paying. I felt that she was paying for this person to spend time with her because she was always spending the money. She was getting Ubers and going to pick this person up instead of them meeting at the place. She was always paying for the meal, and I was like trying to help her set boundaries. But then I ended up having to set a boundary with her myself because she was super clingy, super. And so I had to put some distance, and because she's also overly sensitive, everything hurts her feelings. She's got some things going on. So she felt that I guess her feelings got hurt. And next thing you know, she wouldn't talk to me anymore, which was fine with me because she was too clingy anyway. So don't let anybody disrupt your peace. Seriously. And I fought so hard to get where I am. And I'm telling you, I'm not letting nobody disrupt my peace right now. I have clear boundaries. And if you're shady, if you're wishy-washy, don't even come in my direction. Because I'm not going to tolerate it because I don't have to. And you don't either. All right? I think that's enough. I think I was way off my topic, y'all. I hope y'all got something out of this because I think I wrapped it up. But listen, protect your peace at all times, and yeah, and be yourself because your people will find you. I'm going to end on that. And if you need help and support at this particular stage of your life, then join my Reclaim Your Life community because that's where I'm at. I am reclaiming this life of mine. So the link will be in the comments. Thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay.